Oh, hey, you're just in time for me to make a grilled ham and cheese sandwich. Doesn't sound too interesting, huh? Yeah, maybe not, but that's what I usually make for dinner if I'm in a hurry or in a pain. Croque madame? Well, croque madame, I mean, I think maybe that's a little overrated because, that's just grilled ham and cheese with an egg on top, right? Why not batter it? Well, that would be too much like a stuffed French toast, which I love to make, as you know. But why not batter it and bake it? You're full of ideas tonight, aren't you? But, that would be a unique take, wouldn't it? And it just so happens that I have a handy dandy cast iron pan right there in my 350-degree oven. So now we can. What? I just happen to have the pan in the oven? Quit messing up the damn setup! Okay, this is a first for me because I'm doing things a little different in that I'm using cheese sauce and cheese spread. Why both? Well, the cheese spread should need no explanation. The cheese sauce you'll understand in a moment. And for the cheese spread, I always like to use, oh, maybe you don't know. Anyway, for my sandwiches, I like to use farmer's cheese, but you can use any other kind of cheese that you want. I just like the farmer's cheese because of the way it pulls apart. And okay, you got me. This isn't farmer's cheese. This is actually pepper jack cheese. When I went to the store, they're out of farmer's cheese. Hey, it's delicious. Now, one other thing you'll notice when you read the recipe is that in the actual recipe part, I put sauce and spread in bold so you don't mix them up. Because they take most of the same things. Well, actually, this cheese sauce, I generally only make cheese sauce when I'm making mac and cheese. But in this one, I also added a little bit of whipped salad dressing. Sounds kind of weird, but might start doing that more often. Anyway, the reason why I bolded sauce and spread in the recipe is so people won't mix them up and add the wrong amount of cornstarch and everything, the wrong amount of milk to the wrong recipe. How do I know that would happen? Well, it might have happened to me a few minutes ago. Hey, come me some slack. We all make mistakes. Sorry about that. Anyway, now we have our first slice of Texas toast spread with cheese sauce. And wait, I said spread with cheese sauce, so that's kind of confusing, isn't it? What I meant was first slice of Texas toast with cheese sauce, followed by 3 slices of ham. I normally would use only 2 slices, but these slices are a little bit smaller than I usually get, so I'm using a total of 6 instead of 4. Half of the cheese spread, really saucy, isn't it? And I'm being confusing again. Repeat the ham and spread, and finish with the final piece of toast covered in the sauce. Oh, and one more thing. You'll notice in your saucepan that you'll still have a little bit of sauce left, but that's fine because we're going to use it again in a minute. Now, since you brought up stuffed French toast earlier, that means you're already familiar with the coating station, so we're just going to... Actually, the ingredients are a little bit different. Well, the seasonings are because I'm using salt and pepper instead of light brown sugar, and some places I'm using water instead of milk, and I'm not using cinnamon or vanilla extract at all this time, and it'll be explained in the recipe. But the general process of coating is the same. So why don't we just get it into the pan and throw it into our 350-degree oven for about 6 minutes, 15 seconds on each side. That's right, even in the oven, still gotta flip it. Now, doesn't that look delicious? I'll be honest, I was extra relieved about this because I've never actually put an entire sandwich in the oven to bake before unless I'm reheating something. Now, I could dive into this right now, but it needs 2 more... Anyway, can't count. 2 more things on top. which is rest of the cheese sauce. We already used up the spread, so it's got to be sauce. Wait a minute. That's better. Put that on top. That'll do it. And what? There's still extra cheese sauce left. Use it for some mac and cheese. But what we also need is our fried egg. And I like to stick it on top like, kind of like a glue. That's what the cheese sauce makes it. Oh. Now then. I really have to stop trying to do that. Excuse me a moment. Now that is more like it. And of course my favorite part. Now this is the kind of meal that makes you want to carry it in a corner, curl up, and have some alone time with it. That sounded really creepy. What I meant to say is, this is the kind of meal that's actually, it is enough for maybe 2 servings, maybe even 3. But oh, is it delicious. That is going to do it, and you know where the recipe is. Thanks for being with me. I see you again soon, and I normally don't take off my apron, but... come on. What do you think of my new pants? Huh? I got them from old... Okay, could have just said you don't care. You didn't have to put the middle finger emoji. What? Oh, man, that's not a finger. Man, what the...